Wow, I didn't even have a chance to tell y'all about the emotes. Y'all found that so fast. Hi, everyone. Didn't want to miss Puff Roll. Yeah, let me get that prediction up. Let me get it going. Okay, start guessing. Yeah, there's 4 new emotes. There's also this one. So we have officially filled up all of our tier 1 emotes. Let me also get the spreadsheet pulled up while I'm here, because we're gonna need it. A Granny Square spreadsheet. You're here for real now, you better vote! You made it for the bet? Yes, y'all are catching on. Y'all are getting here on time. Hi, Mambo. No voting and driving. Yeah. Let's see who's gonna be our spirit companion for today. I always have this little guy out, but... This little guy makes me want a Tootsie Roll Pop so bad. I like reading. Reading is cozy. This room is so dark at night, it's funny. Yeah, I think morning makes the most sense for this. You're seeing your little cousins tonight? That's gonna be fun. Oh, you vote 8-bit, Mambo? We can do 8-bit. Let's see, he's a cutie. I like his little rainbow colors over here. Oh. Traders finale tonight in 20 minutes? Hell yeah. Oh, your foot's itchy? Well, at least you got it seen about. I'm glad you got it seen about. Ooh, you did a potluck in your department and somebody brought in Moe's? That sounds delicious. I used to go, back when I lived in Atlanta, I would go to Chipotle and get my food. And then this was back before Chipotle had cheese dip, I would go to Moe's afterwards just to get cheese dip. And honestly, I stand by that decision because I think the Moe's cheese dip is better than the Chipotle cheese dip. You have soup, Faye? What kind of soup? Love a good soup. What's everybody's favorite kind of soup? There's this, Old Bay soup recipe that's like a corn chowder that we got out of like a HelloFresh box. That's honestly so fucking good. It's a current favorite. But I also have just like a regular corn chowder recipe that fucking slapped and is definitely better than that one. So, but that the one from HelloFresh is easier. Potato soup, hell yeah. Wait, it seemed like they go up faster when you don't have lots of them. Yeah, I get that. You despise soup, Alex? Oh, you're one of those people. I see. Creamy chicken noodles from Chunky. Chunky's a good brand. I can't really eat anything from them anymore, but I used to enjoy them. I used to be really into Progresso. But I can't really eat anything from them anymore either. They used to have a vegetarian split pea soup that I loved. I really like split pea actually, but they don't make it anymore. They only make versions that have bacon in them, which is very annoying. Because why have 3 versions of split pea if they're all going to be the same thing? Okay, let's do this puffertle. Do you like cereal? I know that we're not about to make the argument that cereal is soup. That's unacceptable. Can't believe Charlie the Unicorn made an appearance before Puffertle. Oh my god. Okay, let's find out if y'all got this one. Oh, go. Oh. 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 Okay. I'm going catfish. I warned y'all. I warned y'all. Wow-wee. Every time I bet, I'm wrong. You gotta stick to your guns. Oh my god, y'all. What the fuck? I feel like that is such a sign of trauma that I was able to go, yes, that's a catfish. Because how long has it been since I caught a catfish? For me to see that pattern and go, I feel like I know what this is. Like, the level of residual frustration that must be there for me to recognize that. That's probably what pushed me over the edge and made me say, I'm not catching fucking fish anymore. Nickel can't speak on Twitch? Interesting. I would definitely try refreshing if you can. Sometimes Twitch is just broken, so... Tell them to go to a different streamer. That could help. Yeah, Twitch is so wonky that it's hard to be like... Here's the reason, you know? Sometimes it just breaks. You've had that happen before? If you go to a different streamer, it normally fixes it? Okay. It's a good troubleshooting. You gained like 400 points while waiting for me to do the puffer. Oh, well, there you go. See, not such a bad loss after all. Okay, let's get started with... Actually, one thing first. Do y'all want to open a package with me? It's not floss. But it is, related. Let me black out my address really quick just in case. Not a yarn winder. Sometimes people just buy socks. Thank you for the water time, Nickel. This is hilarious. Good call. Oh, shit. Good call to block it. I'd send things to you. Like I said, I have P.O. box. Pasta. Okay, this is unnecessary. I had like 2 things of this bubble packaging. Look. It feels like a little much. But look, I got a rubber mallet. It goes with this. It's for a reason. So I got the keychain rings. I got little rivets. Oh, they're so cute. Why does this look like candy, bro? I want to eat this. Wait, are these gonna... Oh yeah, that'll be long enough for sure. That's cute. And then I got an anvil. This should be the one for the rivets, I think. Wait. No, this is probably the one for the rivets because it's smaller. This is probably for the snaps. And then here are the snaps, yeah. So good, I have that now. Yeah, so I can bonk y'all, exactly. When you start misbehaving. Like you inevitably will. Did you miss something yesterday? So many granny squares? I wasn't planning to get the rubber mallet, but then it was like an add-on to go with the anvils, because like if you haven't done rivets before, you can do rivets by hand and stuff with this little device. So you put your thing here, and then this goes on top of it, and you just hammer it. So I was like, oh, well, since they have a rubber mallet, I guess I'll get one, so I'm not having to use my, like, metal hammer. That's probably going to be a little bit nicer on my elbow. So yeah, rubber mallet. So watch out. Okay, Should we get started with Nickel's granny? Not Nickel. I was looking at your name, Nickel. Should we get started with Zephyr's granny square? So I did post a picture in the Project Pics channel. Let me grab that really quick, actually. So this is what we have. Okay, that's way too big. Come on. This is what we have so far for our granny squares. Gotta take off my sweatshirt 1 second. Too hot in here. So Zephyr needs red, deep purple, deep blue, and dark teal. Okay. Bloody Marley, thank you for the 3-stream streak. Get those channel points. Oh, and water time. I have to do my water time. You were gonna say something gross, but you just held yourself back. Glad to see that the medicine is working. Helping you clear up all the grossness. The water time was mostly to test your capabilities. That's a different medication. I feel like I'm so far over today. Okay, we're gonna like break these up. So we're gonna start with this granny square so that Zephyr doesn't miss it. And then we're gonna get into the map, and then maybe in like an hour and a half or something, I'll do another one. We will never be without granny squares ever again. Tell me, you know the difference between preparation and panic buying? Oh, yeah. That's what happens when, you know, you live in a society where kind of the mentality is every problem needs to be resolved by buying something. Mini granny square, okay. You refuse to be left out. Alex, what colors would you like for your mini granny square? There are also a bunch of standard granny squares up for grabs. Black Cat made a massive donation yesterday, and so essentially donated about 50 standard granny squares to the community through that. So if you would like to also suggest colors for a standard granny square, we can do that. What are the colors again? So if you look in the description, they're in the description, so I can show you, if you want to know what one of them looks like, I can show it to you. I have the purple and the dark blue and the dark teal out right now, and here's the red. Wow, your water aisle was blown out an hour after open? Yeah. I used to work at a grocery store, I know how that is. It's like the perk of working there is you can actually get in and get what you need. Back during the pandemic, that's when I was working in a grocery store, so I didn't get to stay home, but I kind of saw the shutdown coming. Like, I saw the signs a couple of days before, and I was like, oh shit, now is the time to get what I need, because people are going to start panic buying. And so I was able to get toilet paper before it was all gone, because I worked at the grocery store. Among other things, but, you know, we all remember what the big issue was. Green and light blue, okay. And then, do you have a request for a standard square? Would you like to claim one? Your manager is not putting limits and is not letting people call in. What the fuck? I hate a pick-me manager. You know, it's like, this isn't even your fucking business. But you care more about the corporation than you do about the people that work with you, so whatever. They're never gonna pick you. They're never gonna make you rich like they are, okay? One of the nearby Walmarts ran out of plastic bags because of everyone panic buying. Damn. I know, I'm sure a lot of people, just the sheer scale of the storm has got people freaking out. He said if I can make it from 30 minutes away, then you have no excuse. I'm like, also, like, how do you know that you can make it from 30 minutes away? It hasn't happened yet. Also, like, yeah, like, just because your road is clear, that doesn't mean every other road is clear. Like, it's not about the distance, it's about everything else in between. Also, like, not everybody has a car and drives. Plenty of people rely on rides or public transit. Like, that's such a privileged take. There was, a bad ice storm several years back, actually, like, when I was supposed to go in for my first day of training at Whole Foods. And it was, like, at a different store. So, it was, like, an hour away. I was, like, getting up early so that I could go to this training. And, I couldn't leave my apartment complex because they hadn't prepared for the ice storm. And so the hill to leave the apartment complex had iced over, and there was only one way in or out. So, like, it was just backed up, a, like, traffic jam with people, like, trying to decide if they were going to risk it going down this hill. And so I had to call in and be like, hey, I might not be able to make it to my first day of training because I literally can't leave my apartment complex. Like, that has got nothing to do with whether or not things are fine at your house. You had a manager offer to pick you up for your shift during one of your rare bad storms one year, and you were like, how are you going to get home if you're off before me? Yeah. It's so short-sighted to only prioritize getting your ass in the building. You don't think anyone there is even preparing? Hopefully they have what they need. I think this is gonna go really nicely with the jumbo square. I think the one that Scarlet redeemed yesterday. There was an accident on the road to your job this morning, and there's not even ice yet. Yeah, exactly. Like, ooh, Kroger run. Yeah, good luck with that. Hope things are chill and you can get what you need. Yeah, the way people drive is scarier than the ice, for real. Well, I think that where you are as well, Alex, people are a lot better prepared for snowy conditions because there's infrastructure in place. It makes sense that that area of the country is not going to be as concerned about it. Versus in other places, like, they have to expect that their infrastructure is not going to be able to support that weather. Like, it's pretty crazy how huge and widespread this storm is, hitting so many places in the south. Like, you know, having lived in Georgia and in Massachusetts, there's a very big difference in how those places are affected by weather conditions and how they deal with it. So I remember when I was living in Atlanta one year, we had a small amount of snow, but what happened because of the temperatures down there is that the snow came down, it all started to melt during the day, and then overnight it refroze into this thick layer of black ice over the entire city, because Atlanta has really poor drainage because it's built on top of the ruins of what the city used to be. So it's like it doesn't take a lot of severe weather to have a really big impact on things because of how different the climate is. And there's no plows, there's no salt trucks. There's maybe like one or two for like the city, right? Because they don't need a lot. It doesn't make sense to put money into things that you're barely ever going to use. But, you know, obviously with weather conditions changing the way that they are, cities are having to make those choices of like, do we invest in that infrastructure or not? And it's a hard sell for some people. Yeah, in Texas, you don't have that. Yeah. You don't have the machines. You don't have the infrastructure. Yeah, and the power grid, that's the other thing. The power grid and the water pipes are not built with that kind of weather in mind. So in northern places, you literally have, your cities are literally built different because they are expecting that weather. So like a lot of people are talking about, they're like, hey, all of our power lines are exposed, so it is more likely that we will lose power where we are. And then those places also aren't set up to have alternative heat sources, you know? Jesus. Bye-bye, Ted Cruz. Yeah, wow. It's like clockwork, isn't it? Gonna lurk because you're leaving in 15 minutes? Absolutely. We have an emote for that now. Yeah, if you weren't here earlier, Faye found all of the new emotes. There's 4 new emotes. Gotta go back to work. Have a great rest of your day, Nickel. Yeah, really hoping this whole storm is, you know, kind to everyone. I hope that everyone is over-prepared, and it's just not a big deal for people, you know? Fingers crossed for y'all. It feels so weird to just be, like, exempt, because I'm so not in the path of the storm. I love how this teal goes with, like, the blue and the dark purple. I feel like it actually really helps show off the dark blue, because it has such a hard time picking up on camera. Oh yeah, if anybody wants me to do a slowed down granny square, by the way, so they can see how the granny square works, I am happy to do that at any time as well. I know Rain had mentioned yesterday kind of watching the technique of it and trying to absorb it. I know it's hard to see what I'm doing when I go quickly, so. But there we go, another square. I think it's really cute how well it goes with this one. So we'll check that off. Excellent. Okay, let's work on the map. At last. The storm veterans at your job today were funny. They just calmly asked where the cookies were. Gotta have those cookies. So you shouldn't redeem points? You can do it. You're just gonna be put in the queue. That's where we're at. The queue is just, we're just embracing the fact that it's there at this point. So we'll get there when we get there. The speed at which you packed makes you terrified you're forgetting something. That's a mood. I'm sure even if you did forget something, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Oh, there you go. Nice. Nice review. That is a pretty important one. Fortunately, though, again, these days most phones have the same charging port, so that used to be a much bigger problem to forget your charger. You survived your Kroger adventure? That was fast. Oh, I'm sorry your leg is acting up. I'm gonna have to join Zephyr in the Epsom salts bath. Oh, you were just running in to grab meds. That makes sense. Yeah, definitely want to have those on hand. Okay, you know what? That just reminded me of something. I need to make a note to do that later. Just write it on the back of this invoice. I think I need to re-up my syringes. Or, not my syringes. My needles. I have plenty of syringes. They gave me so many. Gotta drive home. Yeah, drive safe. I feel like the stream today is like the big storm waiting room. Your roommate just informed you that your dog refused to potty outside because the ground was wet? Oh my goodness. Truly, how did dogs survive in the wild? The number of people who don't know they can just swap their own batteries in their key fob is crazy. I really need to swap my batteries in my key fob. I can't tell. Actually, this has happened before, and I can't tell if the battery is dying or if the, I'm assuming you mean for your car, if the locking button just acts up when it gets too cold. Because it seems like this happens every time it gets really cold outside. It won't do it won't lock from a distance. You're gonna miss your laptop? Oh, I bet you'll be too busy to miss it. I feel like that always happens to me when I go somewhere. I like bring my activities and my crochet and everything, and then I just like don't even have time for it. Gotta go. Have a great rest of your day, Scarlett. Oh, yeah, hope your final prep goes well. Be safe. It'll be at a children's volleyball tournament. You're gonna have to be cheerleading. You think it's volleyball, you know it's a sport. It's one of those sports where they have, you know, like a ball, some kind of orb, and they pass it around. Evil Fiber Co. Hang on, I fucking love that. Hi, Shy. How are you doing? Watch me rebrand my entire channel now. That's how you identify this community? I love it. Your mom thinks it's basketball? So it's either volleyball or basketball. Or something else. A ball and a net. I see. You should take bets. It could even be tennis. Oh. I don't know, though. I feel like you would know if it was tennis. Tennis just has that energy of, like... Yeah, no, you will know if they're playing tennis. You used to play tennis, you know. The most violent, non-violent sport. All of the yelling. Hitting things and yelling. I thought about playing tennis at one point. I'm just not sports inclined. Oh, the ball hit their face? I remember one time when I was a kid, my brother and I were trying to play baseball in the front yard at my dad's house with an actual baseball and a metal pipe that we found because we didn't have a bat. And I definitely got hit in the face. Welcome home, Mumbo. No, with the baseball. It's a strong pitch. Thank God not the metal pipe. Although, still would not have been as intense as getting hit in the face with the big metal sword. You have a character who got hit in the head with a metal bat? Well, did they deserve it? It's very, paranoia agent. If you'll recall that anime. Depends on when in the timeline you're looking. Nice. You got hit in the eye with a metal baseball bat by your sister as a kid? As a kid, no. As an adult, he's a really terrible person. Well, when did the hitting occur? I feel like getting hit with something at baseball adjacent is such a universal experience. It was a key factor in his becoming a terrible person, I was gonna say. Hi, Shy. Oh, I already said hi to you. Never mind, I take it back. Do it again, I'm greedy. Look, you already got 2. Guys, do you know that Shy is here? Say hi to Shy right now. But I took it back. Here, get ready. Are you ready? You ready? Catch. Gotta unload the car. Yeah, you got this, Mambo. Take it easy. I'm here to be everyone's chill background while they try not to panic about storm prep. Let's hope your leg cooperates. Yeah, for real. Take breaks if you need to take breaks. Filling you with determination. There we go. That's the teamwork I'm looking for. Gotta like open the door. It's toasty in here. Oh my god, hot. Oh, okay. I'm over here sweating. Meanwhile, Jess is cold. We've like traded places, it feels like, since I've been on HRT. All of a sudden, I'm the one that runs hot. Now that I have my, well, I say that. Now that I have my hardware, I was like, I can get started on making some bracelets just as soon as the listing goes up, but I still need to order the cones of floss. I was gonna say though, we could have a bracelet making stream if y'all want to do that. You can see me use the rubber mallet. Probably a terrible idea, honestly, because it's gonna shake my whole desk. I'm gonna have to, like, put my camera somewhere else for that. You should wash dishes. But who will cause mayhem? I know, somebody help Shy out. Gosh. I tell you what. Go wash some dishes, and then you can have a little mayhem as a treat. Thank you for the water time, Weesus. Just in time for Nightbot. Nightbot is like, hang on, I got this. I can do it too. I know, y'all got your zoomies out yesterday, huh? Yeah, gotta get your jacket for sure. You're just testing. You're just testing the temperature. Man, when I got that package earlier, I was really hoping it was gonna be my, my floss order and I'd be able to unpack that on stream. I think it should be here today. But that's gonna be really fun to look at. That's gonna be a hefty order. You forgot it was cold. I like how we're talking about this huge snowstorm that's about to hit, and you're like, oh, it's cold? Really? I had no idea. Hi, Abmin. How are you doing? Thank you for the stretch break. Very nice. Crashing? Oh. Well, can you go get some? That was me earlier, but I took a little couch nap with Carmilla, and I feel a lot more alert now, which is good. You can't stop sneezing? Oh, I hate that. It's like, what is going on? This is not supposed to be the time at which we are having allergies. Oh, Saribot is like really jumping the gun today, I feel like. Welcome back, Mambo. How's your leg doing? Alex getting called out. Oh. Well, definitely give yourself a nice break as soon as you can. Oh, ate a late lunch. Okay, let's get your goal tracked there. You got it. We're all a bunch of slackers. We haven't been using the goal tracker. There you go. Okay. Oh, wash dishes. That's a good idea, Shy. Get it in there. Clean fireplace. Oh my gosh, Mambo. Please take it easy. I guess you're planning to use it, huh? Who are you, Cinderella? Gotta clean out the ashes. Hey! Don't clean out ash. Okay. You brought up so much firewood this morning. I miss having a wood-burning stove. Your fireplace is borked and the quote for repair was $12,000. Jesus. Oh, supervising the kids' e-learning. I bet that is not fun. Has the weather already hit for you, Abmin? Thank you for the lurk, Nickel. There's a reason admin didn't go into education. You know, valid. Absolutely. I've had it suggested to me many times in my life that I should do education, and I think I have gotten as close as I want to. Like, how did I get the Sharpie all over me? That's what I want to know. You think you could be a professor, but you don't have the patience for children? I have done departmental training, and one thing that I will say is that it is sometimes shocking how much adults don't know. So it's one of those things where you're like, ah, yes, surely this is going to be an easier teaching experience. Well, not necessarily. Single-digit temps. Wow. Oh, light snow, but the high winds. Yeah, for sure. The wind makes things get very crazy, for sure. You were a TA for 3 years and loved it? Okay, so you have a basis for knowing what you're talking about then, for sure. Back to that phase when we colored our nails and drew fake tattoos with permanent markers. Oh god. No, I was the dumb shit that drew on myself with a ballpoint pen so that it transferred all over everything. How do I keep all the threads straight? You know, I really wish that I had a good answer for that question, but it's kind of just a matter of practice. I also have them divided up into sections. So each section, I'm down to 3 sections at this point, but you'll see when I get to the, in just a second here, I'm going to swap over to a new section. So I'll go through and I'll like comb out any tangles that have formed in the threads while I've been working. And that helps a lot with keeping it from becoming a mess. But aside from that, it's one of those things that's really, it's just kind of a practice thing. The threads are all LGBT. Yeah, there is no straight here. Yeah, see, speaking of tangles, there's one. But that's the reason that I don't keep things on the bobbins. And I just cut long pieces and that I try to estimate how much I'm gonna need. Because it's a lot easier to comb the tangles out like this than if they're on the bobbins. Bobbins get tangled up with each other so bad because they have these little, like the shapes that they are, their corners catch on each other like this really bad. So you don't want 2 bobbins too close to each other, because first they'll be hanging by their thread, and then the thread, they just wrap around each other like this, and then they catch corners and they fucking lock like that. It is so annoying. You drew on yourself with gel pen? Teacher started taking your pens away during instruction time. Gotta give you a piece of paper instead. Okay, there we go. New section. So we're gonna comb these out. Sketty time. Someone suggested doing a print of the back of the map when it's all done. I just think that's such a cool idea. It really is very fun to look at. The forbidden noodles, indeed. Betty Spaghetti's back. Minnie does this, but you don't think it's an indicator of desire for full sleeves? I mean, maybe so. Jess is losing their mind back there playing Baldur's Gate again. The giggles are out of control. Got good at drawing extremely realistic hand skeletons? There you go. Oh, car internet, yeah. Okay, we're listening. What'd you do now? Pepper is playing a rogue and was trying to disarm a trap, but got caught in the trap and then was on fire and kept getting knocked prone until she died. And then you picked her up, brought her out of the fire, and threw a potion of healing on her, but it was a fake potion and it was poison. The fact that you're being as quiet as you are after all of that is pretty impressive. I just hear you wheezing back there. And that's my favorite part, though, of like multiplayer Baldur's Gate is when you're trying to heal someone and you end up killing them either because you hit them with the potion and it does bludgeoning damage or, you know, the poison thing. And then it's just total shocked Pikachu face. You should play Deltarune. Very different energy from Baldur's Gate. Oh, hello. Carlette killed Gale via accidental bludgeoning damage from eating something from up high earlier. Yeah, that sounds about right. Is Deltarune this generation's Undertale? There are apparently things that are from Deltarune that I legitimately thought were from Undertale, so probably. I have played neither. Oh, they're the same guy? That makes sense. You know, I read that as if you blink wrong at Gale, he's a gooner, and I think both statements are true, honestly. Your friend tried to tell your mom what a gooner was yesterday? That's like against the law. Fireplace is clean. Good job, Mumbo. Undertale's letters rearranged become Deltarune. Oh my god, do they really? Wait, what's up with that? What's going on there? Okay, let me get Mambo checked off. Good job, Mambo. The Delta rune is referenced in Undertale? Oh. It's like an actual lore thing? I see. What is a gooner? Admin is too old to know this. I'm like debating what I can say on stream. Gooning is like self-gratification. He kept cursing in front of her, you kept telling him to stop cursing, and he'd go, my bad, and then continue cursing? Wow. Gooner has a lot of definitions, apparently. Yeah, I think it can also be used a bit more loosely than that. Like, it's kind of one of those words, it's like, it's a little bit of just like a funny word, you know? Like, you know how, I feel like it's a very, like, a hyperbolic word, like people like use it kind of incorrectly on purpose, like raw dogging, you know, like that word has like had a big moment, and people like, that's the whole joke of it, is that people use it incorrectly, right? Gooners are what I call my henchmen. No, for real though, for a while I like didn't know what it meant, because okay, if you've been in Casey Tron's chat, if you know who Casey Tron is, she's always like streaming television shows and stuff. I don't know how she gets away with it, because I don't know what's going on with that. But she'll do a lot of Degrassi, and so people will be in there like just watching Degrassi, and that's all they're doing in her channel. And there's like a whole joke with like taking the theme song from Degrassi and replacing a bunch of the words with gooning. And for a long time, I did not know that it meant gooning in that context, because I thought it meant goon as in like there's a position in hockey that's called the goon. I thought it was like a hockey reference, because Degrassi is a Canadian show. So that was funny. What is this chat? Zephyr, come on, don't be surprised. You know better than to be surprised. Also, if you have watched Degrassi, I really don't think it's that far off base to think that it's a hockey thing. Okay. We're getting a little too crazy over here with this tangle of the fucking bobbins. This is exactly what I mean. These bobbins are too close together, and now they're being annoying. can never escape. No one's talking about heated rivalry. I haven't even seen it. You cannot accuse me of talking about it. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Oh my god. You finish your dishes? Let's go. Sometimes there are questions we don't ask out loud. Wait, what? Just gotta not look at the screen for certain scenes. That's valid. I love the comeback that that one tattoo song is making specifically because of heated rivalry. Because that was, like, a huge part of the soundtrack of, like, my high school years was that one tattoo song. Put Gritty in heated rivalry? Oh my god. Same friend, Alex. Somebody doesn't have a filter. You always cry at episode 6. Not to spoilerize, but Yuna's little gasp when she realizes what Shane is. I don't really know what you're talking about. I just know that there's a coming out scene. He didn't say his oh oops in a genuine tone. I mean, what is tone anyway, right? Well, that's cool you got to see Book of Mormon. I still need to go see it. I need somewhere to be putting it on so I can go see it. Yeah, once again, Saribot is like a full minute early with that. That's interesting. I feel like somebody needs to reset her. You're gonna have a snack? I would say it seems like you've definitely earned a snack. What are you gonna have? Oreo and milk? Okay, we're starting up the milk talk again. You're not on that side. It better be whole milk. A glass of milk sounds good right now. Oh god. Does a glass of milk make you feel cozy? I just imagine like Renstarian in a snow-covered landscape in the middle of nowhere, having to like come out of the cabin to go pull the glass bottle of milk up out of the creek and thaw it out over the wood-burning stove in the -21 conditions or whatever the fuck is happening out there in Canada. It's just a little house on the prairie at Renstarian's house. Where are the cameras? I filled in the blanks. You're like getting your milk like it's a cozy snack, like it's 1850 or something. What else am I supposed to think? Enjoy your lurk, Zephyr. You have Mexican hot chocolate Oreos? Ooh. How is that different from regular Oreos? Is it like a chocolate filling instead of vanilla? I'm assuming it's cinnamony too. I feel like Mexican hot chocolate usually means it's cinnamony. Cinnamon and chocolate. You're an Oreo purist. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Pasteurization was invented in 1856. Your milk is safe. It's not pure brand Oreos. You got like the JoJo's over there. The chocolate sandwich cookies. Yeah, it's funny. So JoJo's are like the Trader Joe's version of Oreos, but out here, JoJo's are like the thick wedge cut like fries, which I did not know until I guess recently. But like, cuz we would get them from this local place that's nearby, and we were like, oh, it's interesting that they call these JoJo's. That's cute. And we thought it was just like a brand specific thing, like specific to this place. And then I was talking to one of my friends that's like a local out here, and he was like, no, that's just like what we call them here. That's just like they're just JoJo's. Like steak fries? Yeah, I guess so. Like potato wedges. Like what KFC has. No, steak fries are different. Steak fries are the thick rectangular ones. I'm talking about like the wedges. It looks like they took a potato and they cut it into like eighths or something and then fried it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure KFC has them and calls them potato wedges. Some people call them home fries, which is another regional thing, because in the Northeast, well, in a lot of places, not just the Northeast, home fries are like small. They're like little small diced up things. What we call mojos, you call them mojos? Why does everybody have a different name for these things? It's so interesting. Hang on, I'll pull up a picture in a second here so we can make sure that we're all on the same page. Yeah, these guys. Potato wedges. Can y'all see? You're from the Midwest? Interesting. Yeah, in the Pacific Northwest, they're JoJo's. I think that might go down into California too, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm used to this just being like potato wedges. Oh, not home fries. Okay, yes. Yes, potato wedges. Yeah. It's interesting that they have like a specific name out here. Okay, we got another row finished here. I'm gonna mark that one off. That one was pretty quick because it was that repeat row that I was working on yesterday. So I am going to go grab another drink really quick, and then I'm gonna do another granny square, and then we'll get started on this next row. So let me update the countdown here really quick. You love intensely regional food terms. Yeah, it's so interesting. All right, I'll be right back. 1 second. Wow, what is happening in the chat right now? Are you burning down the stream? Wow. I see. So, Mambo, is this why you were gathering all that firewood? Water time? Yeah, I think that's called for. Thank you, Shy. Okay, I got my drink. Just keep that right there. Oh, I gotta update the granny square count too. Hang on. So we'll... Oh, I have been forgetting about this. We're up to 17. You posted a picture in the Twitch side chat for me? Let me go see. Yeah, that's it. I feel like I must have seen you before. That's your... Yeah, you're getting your milk out of the creek, right? Someone handed Abmin a torch and you said, don't mind if I do. Gotta do another chore? Yeah, get it. Get after it, Mambo. I'm gonna do another granny square. Okay. Let's do number 18. Let's do the first one of these Black Cat's collaborative squares here. So we'll need dark teal, light blue, light purple, and deep purple. We still have a bunch of squares left to pick out colors for, by the way. If you were not here for this yesterday, Black Cat made a huge donation to the stream, and it was enough for them to get 50 of the standard granny squares. So instead of picking out all of the colors themselves, they basically donated the squares to the community. So if you would like to pick the colors for a granny square, have at it. You can have up to 4 colors. And I will add it to the spreadsheet to get done, you know, whenever we get there. There's quite the queue at this point. If you check the Granny Square channel points redeem, any one of them, you can see a list of the colors that are available. You can do bad stuff by yourself, but it's more fun with friends. Fair enough. Alright, Shy's doing another one. So we're doing dark purple, red, light purple, red. Okay. You got it. Got you added on there. A little Valentine-y, aw. And it may actually be Valentine's Day by the time we get to it. And Naomi's first birthday, is her birthday really on Valentine's Day? That's so cute. Wow, I can't believe she's already a year old. That's crazy. Ah! Naomi rocking the Aquarius vibes like the best of us. You calling yourself the best of us. Wow. Your house is 66% Aquarius. Shy is also the best of us. That's fair. Well, when you put it like that. William is the lone Aries? Well, if you put our two houses together, it's only Aquarius and Aries. Aries is, the actual first house in the zodiac, by the way. Aquarius. Aquarius us. Welcome back, Zephyr. How was Traders? Aries was the rough draft. Aries was the blueprint, baby. Aries set the tone. Everybody else just trying to keep up. The team you wanted to win won. Oh, hell yeah. Go team, that's what I'm saying. Have y'all seen that TikTok that's like it's a stitch and it opens with a TikTok where this girl is talking about how like people whose favorite color is purple are like the most ride or die for their favorite color. And then the stitch comes in and it's this other girl and she's like, purple. And she's just like sitting in her room and she's got like everything around her is pink. And she just keeps like walking around her house and she has all of this like different pink stuff that she's like interacting with and she just keeps going, purple, purple. And like, that's like me right now. Except because I'm an Aries. Your mom and sister are purple people. Purple. Everything you have is purple. You're feeling called out right now. You're part of a feud that you didn't even know was happening. You like purple, but you're very particular about shades. You're a turquoise person. Turquoise is a good color. This is actually very close to being my favorite color. Like, I really like pink, but phthalo green, like that one specific, like, deep velvety green color that's like kind of emerald but a little bit more teal, like phthalo green, like that is my favorite color. You're a Gemini and you refuse to settle on a single color. You know what? It's okay. You don't have to. No one's gonna force you. Green is your favorite. All shades are gorgeous. Green is a good one. I do also really like this light purple color, like the lavendery kind of shades. I feel like it depends on the context of like when I like what color the most. Orange is your all-time favorite. You don't say. I never would have guessed. Orange used to be my favorite. I don't know what it was when I was a kid. I always had to have like 2 favorites. So, at one point I know it was orange and blue, and then at one point it was like hot pink and dark green. You have a specific hex code that is your favorite color? I feel that, Mumbo. Hi, Ash. How are you doing? Okay, well, hang on. I gotta look at everybody's favorite hex code now. Okay, that's an excellent pink. Alright, let's see what you got, Mambo. Oh, very nice. Oh my god, it is 42069. I didn't even read it. Wow. I think we have done this before. This does feel familiar. The code is coincidental. I mean, it's a banger color. Like, that color could have been anything. What's another... Well, like, what other colors have 42069? Whoa, what are you doing? Why are we doing this? Why are we just autofilling? I guess there's not another one. Is there another 420... maybe with a letter? There we go. Okay, there's a nice purple. Boob, that's a good one. Okay. No, there's no boob. There's no boobs. I know. There's gotta be some funny hex codes, I'm sure. Boob 69 is a pretty magenta? Really? It wasn't coming up for me that it wasn't like letting me do that. It like won't even let me put that in. Let me see here. Oh, well now it's working. Oh, is it B0B? Is that what it is? Gotcha. Or is it 2 zeros? Because that's what I was doing, was 2 zeros, but it wasn't working. Is one of them an O? It is 0, 0. That's so strange that it wasn't letting me do that. That is a good color. Yeah, what was it? So 420... It's just autofilling like crazy. It's very annoying. 420B69 is this pretty purple. This thing is just like, don't go too fast or I'll autofill. Boob 13. You Google it and tell me what it comes up with. The chat isn't gross enough? Uh-oh. Censor the dirty details. Let's not gross everybody out again today. No, Zephyr. Not that. Skyrim time? Hell yeah. The square is giving Little Mermaid? You're so right. It's cute. This is a, it's a black cat square, and Kiri picked the colors for this one. Ew, Nickel! Wow. Wow, Black Cat. The determining factor is whether or not it is on or in. How did you get the hex code finder? If you go to HTML color codes, or if you just Google like a hex code color picker or something like that, there's a bunch of them. Bright red with clots. Look into hemorrhoids. That sounds like hemorrhoids. Internal hemorrhoids. No gross today, please? Yeah. Yeah, let's Let's give everybody a break from the grossness. No toe business. The autofill is so annoying. Yeah, I know, right? We just all need to make an urgent cure trip. Yeah, for real. Your doctor said he wasn't worried. Generally, they aren't super concerned about that particular issue. But if it's happening a lot, then see if you can get in with a specialist or something to investigate, like, if there's an underlying cause, like if you have IBS or something like that. At this point, it's whatever. At this point, it is not whatever. Rein it in, everybody. Point at which to be worried. Yeah. Yeah, it's such a common problem, honestly. Just think of it like this. That's a very well used part of your body. And so it is, you know, likely to experience irritation, and you can't go easy on that part of your body while you're experiencing irritation. So sometimes that causes things to open up and become more irritated, essentially. So, but generally, also from my own experiences, it's not a concern unless, yeah, like Ash said, you have other symptoms going along with it. It's a very well-used part of your body. Literally every single, if it's not a well-used part of your body, then you actually do need to go to the doctor for that, because y'all should be having bowel movements. Okay, square is done. We'll do another one at the end. Yeah, it does heal over time, for sure. Boob 13 is a pretty color? Okay. Oh, a nice bright red. Wow. Are we ever getting black and white? Yes. So we're gonna complete this first project first, and then we're gonna do a new color palette, basically. So... since we've already come this far with these colors, we're just gonna wait until we, like, are making a new thing to change up the color palette. Hi, Jam Cat. Gonna be lurking today because you gotta do some chores. I feel like everybody's like, it's chore time right now. Thank you for the water timer, Starian. We need brown so we can do a poop square. Wow. How did the free squares come about? So, Black Cat made a big donation to me yesterday, and, as we're treating it as essentially, sponsoring the community, to have granny squares. So, they've donated squares to the community. So we're just kind of like, we're just going a little bit at a time with them. I'll jump down and do a couple of the mini squares that Shy redeemed yesterday at the end. I'm just gonna kind of like work the Black Cat squares in periodically so that people who are redeeming squares in the meantime don't have to wait like a month. Donation equals impulsive with little thought. Yeah, that would be a lot of squares to choose colors for. You would literally have to make that your homework. Black Cat says, surprise, just make all of them solid yellow. That was a solid thought for a minute. You could be like Shy and do, cause Shy has the mini squares down here with like, one of them is orange and light purple, and then there's a red and orange and a light blue and orange. Like you could just do like a series of squares where it's like alternating like yellow and one other color, and then just go through all of the different colors that are available. But that's still not even enough. At least you picked the 50 medium instead of 200 minis. That would have been crazy. You about to get a drink to take your antibiotics with? If I don't... Yeah, okay. Good luck to all of us trying to help you remember that. We'll do our best. Go, 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 run. Get your drink. Run, run, run. Wow, the way I just keep slipping right now. Next big donation will be giant squares. Oh my god. Tracking Zephyr's meds. Thank you, Shy. Your bad leg is shaking uncontrollably? Well, please sit down if you are not already. Oh my god. I think I have my hook turned... There we go. I definitely had my hook turned down. That's why I kept slipping every stitch. Sometimes it's hard to tell what direction this hook is facing. Not hurting, just shaking. I mean, still. Definitely take your weight off of it if you can. It's kind of funny because you don't know how old anyone is. You just automatically assume everyone is your age. No, I do that too. I'm so bad at telling how old people are even in person. You're 29 turning 30. I'm 32, so we're close. Yeah, you got a bunch of people around you here. Just gotta run trash out before the garbage can's freeze shut. Okay. Only 8 days. Hell yeah, Shy. Do you have big birthday plans? Trash done. Good job. Now sit down. Gotta put liners in cans? Oh my gosh. Med taken? Good job. We'll get you checked off. Beautiful. And refill Sasha's water dish. Oh my gosh, just adding on to your list. You gonna have dinner with your mom? Are you going out to eat or are you cooking? Turning 28 next month, Rinstarian? Do you mean like 280? You're going out? You like Noodles & Co? Oh, right by Michael's and Barnes & Noble? I feel like that's a built-in birthday plan right there. And the ghost of Joanne. Oh, rest in peace. I think that was my favorite part of the Yarny Awards, is them, like, recognizing Joanne's passing as, like, a big event that happened this year, and everyone in the chat just, like, lighting a candle for Joanne. Can't let the mortals know your true identity. Let me come out when I'm ready. Well, stop making it so damn obvious, then. Debated getting a group together to go to medieval times. Oh, yeah, so expensive. And smoky. It's like one of those things that it's like, I want to do someday, but then at the same time I'm like, do I really want to do it though? The closet may be transparent, but I'm still inside of it. You do you, buddy. Was thinking about what you can do tomorrow and then remembered your sister's boyfriend is visiting. Oh. Gotta tuck yourself away from company. Mostly worried about the food because you're weird about me? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I don't know if I even could eat anything there. Better off just going to the Renaissance Festival and watching the jousting matches there. They have gluten-free and vegan plates, so you could do that then. After a pit stop and getting therapized, you're now going to go see your cousins. You semi-stole food from work. What'd you get? You say that, Zephyr, but I mean, the East Coast and the West Coast are not close together. You're not the only one who's far apart. Skipped over something here. At least you're on the same continent. The coasts are holding hands through the Midwest. Chicken, steak, and queso? Hell yeah. When you say it like that, Shy, it sounds kind of raunchy. The sweat between us. You speculating about 18 inches of snow? Oh my god. Your aquarium trip is tomorrow, Ash? That's so exciting. They're clammy, very nice, Shy. Anytime anybody says think of me, I just start playing the Phantom of the Opera in my head. You made the mistake of looking at your foot? Don't do that, yeah. You're predicted to have 8 to 12 inches and then just sheets of ice? Damn. One more row and then you're done except for the sleeves? Ain't that the way? Think of me fondly. Exactly, Shy. You never watched Phantom of the Opera? Well, that's your next assignment, because it's... You gotta watch it. I'm a Carlotta stan, honestly. I like the way that she sings it. Another slime tutorial to add to the list. Haven't seen Phantom or Les Mis. I recommend Phantom more than Les Mis, honestly. There is, I think it's on Prime, if you have Prime. There's a version of Phantom of the Opera that's the recorded stage play, and I think it's the Royal Albert Hall version. And I really, really love the guy that they have playing Phantom. He's incredible. Like, Christine is good too. And I really like how they directed Christine and Raoul in that version, but the Phantom, like the guy they have playing the Phantom, honestly, just really steals the whole show. Wow. Calling us nerds? You're one to talk. You were dying to play Christine so you could sing Past the Point of No Return? That's a good one. And the high E, yeah. I really wanted to do Treasure Island. I was really hopeful that my school would put on Treasure Island so that I could be Jim. You haven't played in a while? Your husband is still kidnapped? You're Beatrice and much ado about nothing? Has anyone seen videos about ocean sunfish on TikTok? They make fun of them and call them useless? I don't really understand the point of calling a fish useless. Like, are most fish useful? Like, what does that mean to be a useful fish? Like, just let bro live his life. The innkeeper in Iverstead is who you married? They don't have meat that we could eat? That's stupid. That's a stupid reason. They don't do anything if any animals just decide to take a bite out of them. They just vibe. Skyrim world map pixel for pixel. Bless you. They didn't do me the kindness of making that one already pixelated, unfortunately. You're making a cross-stitch Skyrim map? Hell yeah. Jess you? Oh my god. Send screenshots of the progress? Yeah, I can't wait to see. Well, I don't really need a crochet version of that map because I have a paper version. Hyrule map. Y'all laugh. I had a serious moment of being like, what if I did the Valheim map? My Valheim map, because every Valheim map is procedurally generated, so they're all different for every playthrough. But if you haven't played Valheim before, the map is like the whole globe. So it's big. It's a big ass map. And I was like, yeah, no. Rein it in. It's in Jack of all trades. Oh, wow. I'll be interested to see that when it's done for sure. Planning on mega simplifying it? Yeah, I mean, you would have to. Can I get away with this? Feels so silly to add another... I literally just need one more stitch in this color. I can do this. This is fine. Yeah, that works. Learning new cross-stitch techniques and trying to figure out how to employ single stitches. The person that's doing the Breath of the Wild tapestry and cross-stitch. I don't think I've seen that one. Oh, wait, maybe I have seen it. They're doing the one with all of the, like, ancient guardian things. The prophecy one, right? Not, like, the world map, like the scroll or whatever. Yeah, okay, maybe I have seen that, actually. Yeah, hell yeah. Single lines instead of full stitches. Yeah, it's not my area expertise, so I wouldn't know either. But I'm sure you can figure it out. Dutch style cross stitch. Your reference map of all the roads is missing? Uh-oh. You're most likely getting the Undertale cross-stitch book in a week and a half? Hell yeah. Hi, Kiri. How are you doing? We did your Granny Square. That you, your color suggestion a little bit ago. Here's how that turned out. Yeah, it's a cute one. I like the color choice for sure. Riding the horse for 10 minutes straight. That's like me in Elder Scrolls games, honestly. It's like, I could fast travel, but just think about all the loot that I'm gonna miss if I do that. I have to explore every single dungeon. You're playing exclusively survival mode in Skyrim? Do you have like you have like a mod? I know that there are mods for Skyrim that make the survival mechanics like more realistic, like you can get cold and stuff. Skyrim is a horse riding simulator. It's part of the anniversary edition. Oh! Before the anniversary edition came out, there was a mod that did that. So it's fun that they put that in as like a gameplay. I should pick up Skyrim again, honestly. But no, I must finish Oblivion first. I'm determined to actually finish an Elder Scrolls game. A game like Skyrim, but the focus is building up a town. You should play Valheim. There's also this other game that my friend Rob was playing. That kind of has that energy, I feel like. Yeah, I think you would like Valheim, Zephyr. And you can do multiplayer. Valheim is kind of like the sweet spot between Minecraft and Skyrim, I feel like. It's a really good description. Yeah. What platform is it on? I have it on PC. I'm not sure where else it's available. But it's on Steam, so... Naming your horse Walmart is hilarious, though. I like that one. It's a good horse name. Yeah, I really enjoy Valheim. I've put a lot of hours into Valheim, both in multiplayer and just by myself. It's very playable either way. You have a horse named Rebound? You named the Golden Horse Princess? No, that's such a good name for a golden horse. Like, obviously, Princess. Hello, Princess. Finally caught me here. Hi, Aika. How are you doing? I'm glad you had a chance to join the stream. Yeah, get it. You're getting an intimate view of the map here. The forbidden spaghetti, as we call it around here. Yes, so if you look at the channel points, there's a redeem for granny squares. As viewers, we're working together to pick out colors for granny squares, and then I'm gonna be putting them all together to make my new stream background. So Black Cat essentially donated a bunch of squares to the community yesterday. So if you want to pick out 4 colors that you'd like for a square, I'll make that on stream at some point. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. There's some really, really cool combos that people have picked out. Valheim is on sale? Hell yeah. Yes, if you look at the redeem, you can see all the colors that are available. Actually, one of these squares... Here we go. This one has every color except for... teal. I have a dark teal color. So it's dark purple, dark blue, light blue, green, yellow, orange, red, and light purple. And then there's a dark teal, which is on this one. The purples and the greens, you got it. Any particular order, or just put them together, whatever looks good? You like surprises? Okay, let me put that in here. All right, let's do... Let's start with green. Maybe let's do green, dark teal, and then light purple and deep purple. You also do crochet almost exclusively shawls, though. I mean, hey, it's nice to have a focus. Could also reverse what you did, dark purple, lavender, green, dark teal. Could do that. Need to learn how to make a sweater by October? Ambitious. Especially with your, like, 3 blankets that you're working on right now. Two for now. You know what you're gonna do for your first square? Wearables are fun. You just gotta jump in at some point. Keep messing up granny squares. I love a granny square. Have you looked at a crochet chart before for granny squares? I feel like they're very helpful. Like, I have this book, and I really enjoyed learning off of it because this is the granny square that I'm doing. It has the written instructions, it has the photograph of the square, and it has the crochet chart, so you can really see what you're doing. Can read the diagrams, but not the written instructions. You don't understand the crochet chart? I feel like it's nice to have the chart with the written instructions when you're learning, because in, like, whichever one you're struggling with, the other one helps. Need someone to go through the process step by step with you? Well, when you have time, definitely come hang out and I can show you how to do it. Because I only have like 1 billion of them to make. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got a lot of helpers in here for sure. Leaves time, you got this, Kai. How close are we to the mountains? It's gonna be a few weeks yet. Oh, stay over there, please. So after we finish this row, there are going to be 13 more rows, and then we're going to hit the bottom of the first mountain. So we should get there in 3 weeks. Because if I do... I did 1 row for this week already. This is 2. And then it'll be hopefully another 4. So yeah, and then next week it'll be another 6, and so the week after that we would be getting into the mountains. It's gonna be here before you know it. Your bank messaging you about a £7 purchase? Oh my gosh. Where's the... There it is. It's like, where did my thing for my yellow go? So excited for you to play Valheim. You're about to spend so much of your life in that game. Oh, that's awesome, Ash. Yeah, definitely a worthwhile $10. There's mods for Valheim too if you want to mod your game. I have a few that I use. I don't think that they're even up to date though, actually, so I think I may be playing vanilla right now. What mods do I use? I had a bunch downloaded for a multiplayer game that I was part of, but like I said, I don't think that they're active right now. I may have actually deleted them. But I had some that like the building system in Valheim is kind of robust because it like takes into account like structural integrity, so you can't just like build an enormous house that's not being supported by anything. Like, you need load-bearing walls and stuff. So there's a mod that you can download that basically like turns that off. And then there's also one that makes floors count as a roof. And I think there was one that stops the rain from like degrading things, and one that makes it so you don't have to keep like adding fuel to your torches. Collapsing houses sounds really funny though. I mean, it's cool. I think it's a cool aspect of the game. Like, I'm playing without it now, and I think it's like fun to play with. How hefty of a computer do you need to run it? I don't think it's crazy at all. Just turn down the graphics some, probably, if it's giving you trouble. Like, the graphics aren't crazy, but there are some like atmospheric effects that, like, if your computer is a little bit more crotchety, could potentially give it trouble. But like, just literally, you would just turn down like those effects and it wouldn't be as bad. If your computer can't run Spirit City, can it run it? I have no idea. Mostly teasing. Can check will it run? Oh, that's cool. You're getting your sister's old computer? That's awesome. How can you not get lost with the stitches? I just... See, that's why I don't, like, trim my reference. Okay, hang on. Oh! Uh-oh. So, here's the thing. Remember that one time that I was like, I didn't charge my phone last night, so it doesn't have full battery, so hopefully it doesn't die? Well, that's what just happened. So... there's no more camera for today. Y'all wanna play Stardew Valley? Stitch to speech. I know. Well, after last time it did just fine. I figured like it wouldn't be an issue this time. I figured it could handle it, but I guess not. Yeah, let's look at our spirits over here. Alright, so we got a bunch of different guys. There's Lenny. There's this little goopy guy. The Dust Bunny. Hedgelog. Teapot. Some of these guys are still in their Christmas outfits. This guy's a bookworm. There's this bird. There's this fish that comes in the trans flag colors. Trash Nuki. Basically just a furry. There's a spider one. Yeah, Ash loves the Prider. There's this bird. The axolotl. That comes in a lot of fun colors. This is like a voodoo doll with a to-do list. His name is Voo To Do. This quill and ink guy. This guy's kind of fun. Yeah, there's lots of cute options. This is like Boba Fish. Ham Stereo is very cute. He's got his Halloween outfit on still. And this is who we just had. This frog is very cute. A bat. A fox. This one is the Tails skin. She's like Tails from Sonic. You think the Tanuki? Yeah, we can do the Tanuki. Do you have a preference for the skin here? We got lots of options. Okay, hopefully you can still see it with the ad break happening. Yeah, Alex, take care of yourself for sure. You're fine with any of them? Well, funny actually, I'm about to close Spirit City for Stardew Valley time, but there's your little guy there. So we're gonna go ahead and actually get changed over to Stardew Valley now. Have we maxed out hearts yet? We're getting really close. I think we have like 3 people left. Oh, hang on a second. I might need to update some mods. Well, damn. Ugh, no, I need to update like all my mods. Okay, well, I may just end stream then. We're just gonna end early today. My god, everything is against us. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, it's just not my day, for real. Okay, well, hang on. I'm gonna find somebody for us to raid really quick. Sorry about that, everyone. We'll come back strong on Sunday. Alright, make sure you get your channel points before we go here. Oh, thank you for that, Shy. Yeah. Let's, I follow this person, Rollstadt. Looks like they are doing some cross stitch. So we can go over there. So, I will see y'all on Sunday for Stardew Valley time. Sorry we got cut short, but yeah, if you would like to participate in the raid, you can type evil raid accompanied by your evilest emote. And yeah, have a great rest of your day.